Dan and Mel from adventuresofmel.com.
Bob here.
Dan.
And my onion named Sally.
So tonight we're going to make, what are we making? This is your recipe.
This is a chicken salad.
It's really good.
It's something that I kind of just started making a couple months ago, actually. And I've kind of built up to it just a little bit. You didn't get your laptop.
I forgot my laptop. I was just thinking that. I'll go get it.
But, so I built up, just kind of been putting this recipe together. It's a little odd. When I first made it, I kind of thought maybe it wouldn't taste that great. So, but it really turned out really good. Ah, it's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. We're getting the laptop. We forgot the laptop. So, just a warning, if we do go offline, we got storms all around us right now. So we may lose internet, may get hit with a tornado. Hellfire and brimstone may come down upon us, but we'll be here as long as we can.
Okay.
So, so I'll go over a basic ingredient list quick that I use. First thing is celery. I usually start with 2 stalks of celery. Dill pickles. So that's kind of my secret ingredient. But I usually put 2 normal sized dill pickles. I use, we got these large onions that we get. I'll use probably about half of this, so probably about a cup of chopped onion. I've got 2 pounds of chicken here that I've already cooked in the pressure cooker prior. So we'll shred that. Got good old mustard. I use straight mayo. And we got salt and pepper. So, and then we have eggs. Let me see if they're done yet. So, let's see who else we got.
Organized.
We got Sherry Jennings from South Carolina.
Hi, Sherry.
And there's Robin. So, and Sherry, we are in Northwest Arkansas.
There we go. We got it. I'll just set this over here with me so I can see it.
Okay. So, I cooked my eggs in the pressure cooker. I'm off screen, but I'll be back in just a second. I'll keep talking, but so I like pressure cooker eggs. It takes 5 minutes in the Instant Pot to boil 4 eggs. So you just wash your eggs. Well, we have chickens, so I wash my eggs. Store-bought eggs you don't necessarily have to wash, but you put a cup of water in the bottom of the Instant Pot, put a steamer basket in, put your eggs on, and cook it for 5 minutes under pressure.
Molly Comer is here, and she's from Idaho. Hi, Molly.
Idaho.
I'm cutting up the celery. I'm just going to kind of mince it up for the chicken salad. We had 2 stalks of celery.
I have not been to Idaho yet.
That's somewhere we need to go.
I agree. So, Melissa's dicing up the celery and the potatoes. You can dice it to whatever consistency you like. For the chicken salad, I like everything to be small. So if any of you watching raises your own chickens and gets your own eggs, pressure cooking and steaming your eggs like this sure makes fresh eggs easy to peel.
Ashley says hello from Nevada.
Hello, Ashley.
And Paige says, I got here just now. What's cooking? We're making chicken salad, Paige. Sherry says, do y'all have text alerts set up? We don't have that set up. We should figure out.
Actually, we do.
We do?
Yep.
When did we do that?
I did.
Oh, apparently we do have those set up.
But I also have my spotter network and stuff too in my
I think she's talking
ham radio.
about our show.
Oh.
For the show.
For the show. I thought she meant for the weather.
Maybe she does mean for the weather. I don't know. We do for the weather.
She's from South Carolina.
That's true.
So she's used to this stuff too. They've been getting lots of this down there lately, I think.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll get that loud emergency alarm sound on our phones in the middle of the night. That's always a rude awakening. Sherry says, laugh out loud, men. No, for the show. No, we do not have those set up, but we probably need to do that. I have some friends who also have a cooking show. Rachel Rockwell from Sprinkle Some Fun, she does some cooking videos. And Vanessa Robertson from Nessa Makes, she also does some videos, and they have text alerts set up. At least Rachel does, I think. That would be actually that would be really nice. Alright, how's that for the celery?
That should work.
Good? Alright. You want me to just put it in the bowl?
Yep. So, it's weird having that over there. I can't see it.
I know. Paige says her favorite chicken salad. It's her favorite. Okay, so I got the celery minced up. Now I'm gonna cut up the dill pickles. A lot of people I know my grandma used sweet pickles, but, and I like sweet pickles too, but dill we tried it a couple weeks ago and we kind of all fell in love with it. It gives it a whole different flavor.
I was quite surprised when I added the dill. I still don't remember why. I kind of thought it would probably make it really nasty, but...
Oh, Sherry already watches Rachel and Vanessa and says they both do have alerts. Love them. I love them too. They do some awesome videos and recipes and projects.
So this was a little more like 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 cups of chopped onion. So anyone at making it home can decide what consistency they want. So I don't know if I've ever made this the same way twice. But this is how I basically started out. So I got my onion chopped, get chicken shredded up here.
Nancy says, I loved your grandma's homemade pickles. Oh, me too. And you know, I would ask her how she made those, and she always told me that she used Mrs. Wage's pickle mix. But I know she had some other ingredient because I tried Mrs. Wage's pickle mix and they were not the same. So they just had her special touch, I guess. Sherry says, have you ever tried grapes in chicken salad? I have.
We have once or twice we've done it.
Yep.
And it was delicious.
We also used to put in either walnuts or pecans too. That was pretty good. Molly says the same. Have you guys tried putting grapes in? Not with the pickles, that might not be good, but grapes are good in chicken salad.
So, for me with being diabetic, putting the grapes in wouldn't be good for me. And that's kind of why I stopped, even thinking about putting them in. But this is about the only thing in here. The celery and the onion is about the only thing in this that would have carbs. So, and so it is kind of depending on the amount of onions you put in, how they affect you or not, and the celery. But it's not bad. Probably I would say maybe 3 to 4 carbs per serving.
Paige says that Rachel and Vanessa told her about us. Awesome. Molly says, I am glad you are showing this. I am diabetic too.
I found out, it's been about a year ago now, that maybe a little less than a year ago, I found out that I was type 2. So,
how's that on your pickle?
That works. It was kind of hard for me to believe because I've never been a sugar eater, and I've always thought that diabetes was caused by sugar. And that's kind of what I was always told. don't eat too much sugar and you won't ever get diabetes, and they were wrong. So, but I did eat a lot of carbs, a lot of bread, and just in general ate way too much of all of it.
Did you already chop up? Yeah, you chopped the onion. Are you done with this?
I am. I need my knife though. So, one other special thing we have is this, what's left of a homemade bread that my son makes. So he's gotten into baking artisan breads here lately.
With his own yeast.
Yeah, he has his own yeast culture he's had going for a couple months now. And he spends these loaves probably, I'd say he probably puts, Jacob?
What?
How long do you spend on 2 loaves? You got probably, what, about 4 hours into making them?
No, more than that. Let's see. Usually I have to do the auto lease period, so it's probably about 6 hours.
About 6 hours. So he puts a lot of work into these loaves.
And you have to be on them stretching and folding every 15 minutes for the first hour and a half. Or not hour and a half, like 45 minutes.
So unfortunately, I can't eat it. I nibble on it here and there, but so here's for your sandwich.
Molly says she's been type 2 for 13 and a half years. And Paige says, how many calories do you eat?
I really don't know how many calories I eat. I kind of stopped tracking it when I found what foods bother me. But I would think when I was tracking, I tried to stay right around, I think right around 1,800, 1,900 calories is about what I would eat in a day. It goes up and down depending on how I'm feeling. But I try to stay about, when I'm actually doing good, try to stay around 20, 25 carbs a day. So I try to stay with like a 40%. Most of my meals have about 40% protein, usually around 30% vegetable. I try to eat a lot of leafy greens, and usually like a 10 to 20% on like actual like carrots or celery or green beans. I've kind of tested a little bit to see what affects my blood sugar, but I've been able to keep it under control with how I eat, so it works pretty good. But so this is just regular mayo. I put roughly, you have to play with it yourself. This is a really big salad, so I've got about a cup of mayo there. I'll probably need a little bit more.
And you don't eat bread, so you eat your chicken salad on a bed of spinach.
Yeah, I'll usually eat this by itself or on a bed of spinach. I eat quite a bit of spinach. I'll eat probably 2 to 3 cups of spinach a day, but
Sherry says, I want chicken salad now, nothing like homemade on a bed of lettuce.
I need a bigger bowl. So I've kind of learned to like my chicken salad kind of dry with the mayo, and that's how I've been making it. And no one's been complaining. I don't like it to be, big globs of mayo. I like the stuff just to be coated, enough that it sticks together and you can still see the colors of the food.
The pickles and the celery and the onions all kind of come together and add a really nice flavor. And you have the crunchiness of it too.
Making a mess. So probably maybe a teaspoon of mustard, just a little bit to kind of give you some tang.
Nancy says, I need to be more careful with my carbs. It's not easy for me. Carbs make me happy.
Carbs do make you happy. And that was part of my problem is I was a stress eater. Anytime I'd get stressed with, anything I would eat. I used to have a long drive home, and I can remember back now not really thinking about it, but I would stop at McDonald's usually on the way down and the way back, and have a chicken sandwich and a hamburger and then go home and eat supper. And, you know, so I kind of subconsciously got into eating pretty unhealthy. And it took quite a bit to realize it. So
I'm gonna get your spinach out. So usually I'll have lettuce. I don't have lettuce right now, but I just like to, because I still eat some carbs. We have really changed the way that we eat, but especially when Jacob makes this bread, it's so good with chicken salad. Or I might have it with a little piece of toast or some crackers. It's really good when you have a big leaf of lettuce to put on there.
So I finish this off with a little bit of salt and pepper. You know, probably half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a kick. You could put red pepper in it if you want, or, you know, pepper flakes, or I've done some smoked salt in it before and it's pretty good.
Molly says bread is good but evil.
Now, this type of bread here that he's been making, it's been very hard for me because I really like this style of bread he's making, and it's very delicious.
Kristen says, my fave couple cooking again. Hello. Hi, Kristen.
It's Kristen.
And Paige says, carbs are hard. I'm going to try next week, no carbs. Molly says, my mom says crushed dried pepper seeds are good in that salad. Ooh, that would have a nice kick.
And that would be good.
And Sherry says, I have found stress cooking keeps me from stress eating. I know, weird.
That could be bad for me.
That could be.
Maybe that's why Jacob likes to come in and cook so much. Stressed about math.
His algebra, yeah. Yep. Stressed about equations. There. Alright.
Drop some.
Dinner is served. I don't need that bread.
I don't have any little plates.
But you should show them a little bit of it.
Oh, so I'm trying to get one of these old plates out. So, the old Texas ware plates. I love these old Texan cups and the Texas ware stuff.
Nancy says I could totally go for a chicken salad melt right now. Ooh, that sounds good.
So I'll get this a little closer so you guys can see the texture and consistency. So let it focus in here a little bit, and you got all sorts of good stuff in there. And then you can see my eyes. So I know, I'm weird. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So let it focus in there again.
Kristen says yum. And Robin says I love Texas ware.
Yeah, I love to find this stuff.
Yes.
It's been hard to find lately, locally. I need to get on eBay and look.
We used to have some of the bowls too, but I don't know whatever happened to them.
Yeah, I've got a cup, a Texas cup here, a Texas ware cup. So, but that's pretty much it. Someone making fun of me.
Nancy says chicken salad looks good. Dan looks creepy.
I've always looked creepy. So, but the chicken salad makes up for it, Nancy. But, so that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. It tastes really good. The baby loves it. Kids love it.
It's an easy dinner recipe that's pretty healthy.
So, but if you guys have questions, holler at us. Let us know how it goes, if you make it, how you like it, if there's anything extra you add to it. Next week we're going to make, what was it?
Not your mama's meatloaf.
Yes. So she's been making a special meatloaf for years, and
it's actually my mama's meatloaf, but it's not your mama's meatloaf.
It's
So
partly your mama's meatloaf. You've changed it a little
it's
bit.
not your typical Midwest meatloaf. It actually has flavor to it. It's really good.
But it's the best meatloaf I've ever tasted.
It does have a little bit of carbs in it, but
So we make mine special on one end.
Yeah.
It'll be Dan loaf and then meatloaf. So next
week we'll be back with that, and If you have any questions in the meantime, holler at us on Facebook, Adventures with Mel, and we will see you next week.
Enjoy your evenings. Maybe. It's not going off.